I'm Donnie Kirby from Team Legend Outdoors. We are now starting our 5th season with Antietam Broadband, WCL-TV. To kick off season 5, I want to go visit my old friend and hunting buddy, Don Branch. Now, Don's been hunting since he's 15 years old and he is now 87. He's got a lot of great stories to tell and he's got an awesome game room. So we'll be right back after this break to visit Don Branch.
This portion of Team Legend Outdoors is sponsored by...
Welcome to Hafer's Gunsmithing, your one-stop shop for all of your firearm needs. Whether it's your first purchase or having Hafer's on-site gunsmiths design and build a completely custom gun, their staff is knowledgeable and experienced to help you make the right purchase. Not only will you find an incredible selection of guns in stock ready for purchase, but also all of the supplies and accessories necessary. Plus, Hafer sells and installs a variety of suppressors. Hafer's Gunsmithing on the National Pike near Hagerstown Speedway. Above precision, beyond accurate. That's Hafer's. AC&T, the region's premier propane and heating fuel supplier. Our #1 goal is your complete satisfaction. Resley Tire Company on the National Pike in Hagerstown, serving the area's tire needs for over 50 years. The Mulch Man. We have the scoop for all of your mulch needs. Come visit us at our new location, 16635 Industrial Lane in Williamsport, and connect with us on Facebook and online at themulchman.com, or give us a call at 301-582-4188.
Interstate Batteries was green before it was cool. We've been selling and recycling batteries in the four-state area for more than 30 years, and we've recently expanded our sales and recycling services for all battery types, no matter the size, chemistry, or application. Green is more than our color, it's our mission.
Let the pros at Interstate Batteries of Potomac Valley help you with your battery needs. See them on Industrial Lane in Williamsport or call 301-223-1330. Hafer's Gunsmithing on the National Pike in Hagerstown. For 20 years, they've been creating custom guns and performing common repairs on all your firearms. Above precision, beyond accurate. That's Hafer's Gunsmithing. Come to the Williamsport American Legion Post 202, where members and their guests are always welcome. Tuesday night is our fried chicken buffet. Eat all you want, pay one price. And don't forget about our banquet room, perfect for your next gathering. The Williamsport American Legion Post 202. Stop in for dinner, drinks, or for your next event.
I'm Jim Joy of Team Legend Outdoors. Today I'm here with Ryan Weaver and Mark Pine of Affordable Rental Property Management and McIntosh Realtors.
Well, I've been a realtor for about 20 years. My nephew Ryan and I started a property management company, and now we currently manage over 300 units.
I use these guys for all my real estate needs. Give these good old boys a chance for yours.
And just mention Team Legend Outdoors, and we will either manage your property for free for 3 months, or we will purchase a home warranty on any sale.
Don, thanks for inviting us into your home and sharing some of your hunting experiences and showing us your game room.
Well, I just hope everybody enjoys it. I'm glad you all come, not thanking you for it.
Now, I know you started hunting when you was 15 years old, and now you're 87. What got you into hunting?
Well, I started out with my dad. He was one of the greatest rabbit and squirrel hunters I thought in the world, and because every time he'd go out, he'd always get the limit. And he started off, I had a little 22, and we'd go down to the neck below Williamsport, Maryland, along the river. I'll never forget it. Squirrel hunting then was everything to me. Get in there on a damp morning and smell them leaves and the squirrels up in the trees barking, cutting on butternut, hickory butternuts and acorns, and just getting out in the woods with Dad was something else.
Yeah. And looking around this game room, I mean, you harvest a lot of animals. What was your favorite kind of hunting?
Well, my best hunting then was, of course, I started off, I had one thing in mind, to kill a deer. And back then, in the young, them, I forget how many years ago it's been, there's hardly any deer around here unless you go to the mountains. You could never, these farms didn't have any deer. And if a guy would get a deer, why, you'd hear about it all over Washington County. And that was my next thing that I wanted to get with the deer. And I finally killed my first deer in Pennsylvania. And then I wanted to kill a black bear. And I got a black bear in West Virginia. And then I went from there. I wanted I read about Jack O'Connor. He was the greatest sheep hunter around in outdoor life. I read about him all the time. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to get the Grand Slam of the sheep. And I did pretty well until I had an accident and lost a lung. And I got 3 of them, and that was back when I was about 40 years old. And I feel that if I've ever, right now you got to be a millionaire to hunt the desert sheep. But if I ever get the money, I'm going. I don't care how old. I'll get them to carry me up the mountain.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, you got 3 nice sheep up there on the wall, and you got some nice grizzly bears here. Tell us about your grizzly bear hunt.
Well, grizzly bears was another thing that I really wanted. And I hunted with a fellow called Fletcher Day up in British Columbia. And in fact, in them days, then the hunting was never the price it is now. You'd go for $600, you could go for 3 animals, and most of the time you'd get them. But up there when we started to hunt grizzly. Well, I had a guy, his name was Vernon Garlick, and he was an Indian. And somehow he went somewhere, and I don't know where he was, but I was walking down along a stream. It was full of salmon. You could see them swimming up. The stream wasn't more than 12 foot wide. And I had stopped, and you seen salmon laying everywhere where bears had eaten it. And those days, you know, you think about it now, how you wonder you wasn't scared to death when you seen that. But I wasn't. I had a .308 Norman Magnum, and I could shoot then. I had a good eye, and I didn't care about being afraid of anything. But anyhow, that grizzly, I seen a little ear sticking up above the bushes over there, and I seen it moving. I thought it was a bird first, and I seen it looked like an animal. But anyhow, this grizzly raised up and out of there, and he had a big salmon in his mouth. And I just automatically, he went down, he come back up, and when he did, that hump on his shoulder, I went right below that and fired. And when he fell, he made out a scream, and he grabbed a small tree there and broke it off and rolled down the bank. That was my first grizzly. Yeah. I'm very happy about it.
Well, you got some nice mounts here. What about that there mountain goat you got there?
Oh,
Where'd you get that at?
That mountain goat's in Boone and Crockett, and I got it in BC, and well, I killed about five goats, but that in there was in it was in BC, and it measured 10 1/4 inches, and it made Boone and Crockett Club record book. But you take goat hunting or sheep hunting, you got to be really, really good shape, or you're just kidding yourself. You're just not going to get anything. I climbed highest mountains at 10,000, 11,000 feet. And goats, I climbed out on, crawling out on the paths where they went around. And I always think a man could go where a goat go. Well, that's not true. You can't do it. Yeah. And I was walking, one day I was out there for that goat, and I shot him, and I had to come around a trail, and I was on all fours, and I met another goat, Big Billy, and he looked at me, and I backed out real quick.
Coming up next on Team Legend Outdoors, Don Branch talks about his trip to Montana in search of a bighorn. With over 50,000 square feet of merchandise, chances are Labors has what you need. Chairs, Labors has hundreds. You're welcome to come in and try before you buy. Filing cabinets, Labors has hundreds from verticals to laterals. Desks, cubicles, bookcases, conference tables, and more, and all at up to 70% off. Browse Labors' great selection of global office furniture, and they're happy to announce that they now carry FlexSteel furniture. Quality home furnishings at Labors' warehouse prices. It's all under one roof. Labors on Vasel Boulevard in Hagerstown. Family owned and operated for over 40 years.
For years, Hagerstown Moped and Hobby has taken care of the area's 2 and 4 wheels needs. From scooters and mopeds by Tao Tao and Kimco, to fun ATV, UTV, and go-karts from Kimco, SSR Motorsports, and Hammerhead Off-Road. And Hagerstown Moped remains the area's leader in RC cars and accessories from Traxxas and others. For the outdoor sportsman, they've got all of your shotgun reloading supplies needed for sports shooting. Hagerstown Moped and Hobby, serving fun in all types of ways for 35 years. South Burhans Boulevard in Hagerstown.
Simple Pleasures, your one-stop head shop featuring one of the biggest selections of glass from top brands such as Rohr, Cheech & Chong, Medi-Cali, and more. With competitive prices from low-end to top-end glass and accessories, and a one-of-a-kind blacklight room with UV and glow-in-the-dark products and heady glass from Kevin Beecher of Higher Mountain and other local artists. All this and much more at Simple Pleasures, located in Old Orchard Shopping Center in Hagerstown, Maryland.
Weller's Collision Center. Involved in an accident? See Weller's Collision Center on South Edgewood Drive in Hagerstown. Bone Break Alignment and Tire. Featuring the lowest installed price on major brand tires in the area, featuring Continental, General, Michelin, BF Goodrich, and Uniroyal. Exceptional service since 1947. William Gower & Son. Visit Gower's for all of your outdoor fall needs. Located just off Interstate 81 in Williamsport, Maryland. Your phone didn't charge and your car won't start. Let Interstate Batteries in Williamsport, Maryland restart your day. Third Base Tavern in Williamsport, Maryland. Your last stop before home.
Rocky's Pizza of College Plaza. Visit Rocky's for New York-style pizza on Robinwood Drive in Hagerstown, Maryland.
Hafer's Gunsmithing on the National Pike in Hagerstown. For 20 years, they've been creating custom guns and performing common repairs on all your firearms. Above precision, beyond accurate. That's Hafer's Gunsmithing.
From the ground to the glass, H&H Well Drilling has all of the tri-state area's water needs. From drilling your well to using the Earth's energy for your geothermal heating and cooling needs. Service for your well pump and installation, water softening, salts, UV lights, and winter weather salt supplies. Give them a call. Estimates are always free.
Welcome to Hafer's Gunsmithing, your one-stop shop for all of your firearm needs. Whether it's your first purchase or having Hafer's on-site gunsmiths design and build a completely custom gun, their staff is knowledgeable and experienced to help you make the right purchase. Not only will you find an incredible selection of guns in stock ready for purchase, but also all of the supplies and accessories necessary. Plus, Hafer sells and installs a variety of suppressors. Hafer's Gunsmithing on the National Pike near Hagerstown Speedway. Above precision, beyond accurate. That's Hafer's. Welcome back to Team Legend Outdoors. Let's rejoin Donnie Kirby and Don Branch in Don's Game Room.
The bighorn from Montana, I got... I want to get more than anything a sheep, and I went on my own and I rented horses and his own outfit, learned to tie the Diamondback and all that when I went through to get there. But anyhow, when I got back, we went 25 miles over Continental Divide and walked up into the mountain where the horses couldn't even get up to. And that's a long story. I hired guys to take the horse. But anyhow, when I get up there, I seen in a saddle up there, real high, and I seen something laying there. I couldn't tell what it was. And right on the other side was a switchback going up through there, and I got on it and started walking up, climbing, crawling, everything. And I got up above that saddle. I looked back, there was 18 sheep laying there, trapped. They couldn't go nowhere unless they come by me. I had them. And I picked out the biggest one. That's how I got that. And I had to go down, climb down, and cut him up and carry him out. And them days I was stronger than I ever dreamed of. That's how I got him. But
You got yourself a nice elk up there too. Where'd you kill your elk at?
Alberta.
Alberta? Do you know what year you killed that elk?
I have no idea. I'm too old to think about it in years anymore. But anyhow, the elk hunting was I went with a guy named Willie Mahowski, a great hunter. He was in the books, The Outdoor Life, and he was my hero as far as elk hunting and everything. But I went up there on a combination hunt, and the elk hunting was about the easiest thing I think I ever got. I was walking out of the ledge, and he walked down into the woods and coming around. It must have been about 100, 200 yards. And out come this elk running, and I just looked like an 8-point buck running out, and I just pulled up and shot and killed it. Yeah. I thought, Jesus, nothing to it. But that's how I got the elk. And all these stories, I could relate to all of them, but that's the one thing about when you got them on the wall, you can lean back and think about it.
Yes.
Yeah.
How about your caribou?
Caribou was probably one of the toughest animals I ever had because they weren't there. It was that time of year, and I was on a hunt for 3 animals, and caribou and goat and sheep. And the caribou, we went up to a place called, I forget what they called it, but anyhow, we had to ride all day to get there. When we got there was no caribou, and it was just it hadn't come through. They had migrated. And hunted, and finally picked out that bull there with a bunch of other ones. And the double shovel is what I was after, coming out the front,
right.
A double shovel. And he had one, so I got him. I harvested him. I'm not going to say killed him. I harvested him.
Yeah, I tell you, I wish I was around when you was doing all this other stuff. But
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I got with you later on, and we did do some turkey hunting and whitetail hunting together. We got a couple of deer on video, but you got Clay's widest selection of whitetail deer around here.
Oh, I love whitetail hunting. It's I guess that's the best thing right now that I can do anymore of it. And what I do anymore, I went from a rifle to a bow and then to a crossbow. And all I do now is bait them in and try to get them coming off the other ground. Just wait on them, patience, consistency. Be there all the time. Spend as much time in the woods as you can. That's what happens. That's what you get.
Well, we had some good moments down Dolly Sods, then we turkey hunting and stuff before. That was a long time ago,
Oh,
too.
my gosh, yeah.
You love your turkey hunting,
Oh,
don't you?
yeah. You got me into that. You taught me how to hunt turkeys, and I think I've become a pretty darn good turkey hunter by looking up the wall there. I really enjoyed turkey hunting. Probably the best thing it is in the springtime. You got a couple of months to go hunting and out every day. You got to stick with it.
And up next on Team Legend Outdoors, Don Branch tells us about his hunting trip in search of trophy stone sheep.
Lovers of the outdoors look no further than Western Maryland Sportsman's Club for a variety of family outdoor activities. Located on 2,000 acres of private property in Sharpsburg, the club provides its members with a 200-yard rifle range, 50-yard handgun range, and 1,500 acres of huntable land. Members can also enjoy their private club bar, weekly bingo tournaments, all-you-can-eat crab feeds, steak dinners, and gun raffles. All this and much more at Western Maryland Sportsman's Club on Dam No. 4 Road in Sharpsburg, Maryland. Mountain Laurel Taxidermy, located on Mountain Laurel Road in Boonesboro, Maryland. Williamsport Hardware and Tackle, located on North Conococheague Street in Williamsport, Maryland. The avid sportsman should look no further than Hardcore Custom Archery for bows and accessories, custom strings, bow tuning, balancing, and much more. Those looking to hone their skills will enjoy our 20-yard indoor range, and those looking for a fun night out with friends and family will enjoy our weekly ping pong tournaments every Friday night at 7 p.m. Fulfill all your archery needs at Hardcore Custom Archery in Waynesboro, Pennsylvania. No matter the size, chemistry, or application, green is more than our color, it's our mission.
Let the pros at Interstate Batteries of Potomac Valley help you with your battery needs. See them on Industrial Lane in Williamsport or call 301-223-1330.
Prestigious Homes can make your dream home a reality. Whether you're looking for a custom-built home, total home improvement, remodeling, additions, roofing, or decks and porches, Prestigious Home will provide the quality of work you expect. Prestigious Homes. Build what you want.
And Team Legend Outdoors with Donnie Kirby continues from Don Branch's Game Room.
You know, a long time ago, you told me a story about when you was up there riding horses or something about a horse falling off a cliff.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember that hunt? What was that for?
Well, we was going out, Vernon Garlic, he was an Indian guide, and we was going out, what I was going after was trophy Dall sheep, or big, not Dall sheep, but stone sheep. And this one pack horse, they told me watch him, every time you'd walk down, you'd be a gutter or a stream going across there. Instead of him walking, he always jumped. And you better be out of his way. Well, one day he jumped on my foot, landed on my foot, broke my ankle, but that's another story, laying back in the woods like that. But the big thing about coming around some rocks up there was a small horse path coming around. And it was like a gutter going down through there, like man-made almost, where it washed out, the water running. So I went on across, walked down, and walked on over and stood there. That damn pack horse, he had to jump. When he jumped on my foot. But when he did, he went backwards, back like that, and down that chute, and there was a big log going across. And it looked like swords sticking out of it, limbs. And his eyeball stuck out like that. He's back like that, upside down. Well, we couldn't get him up because it was too steep. So we sawed the tree in two and watched him go out, and he went out like this. I don't know how many feet it was, 1,000 feet maybe, I don't know. Big splash of water come up. Thought, well, he's dead, and all my camera and everything's on the pack. And finally, he come up about 50 foot down from where he went in, and he come out just like this, and all the stuff was underneath of him, but he got paid back, and that was good.
Yeah.
But other than that, I guess that's...
Well, I mean, you really got quite a selection of whitetails.
This grizzly
around
over here, that was the one that, we was out, I was hunting bear then, and that grizzly there was seen coming in way down a hollow. I was up on a hill, and I figured the way they was coming, you're going to come right by me. There's two of them. I don't know if they was mating or what they was doing, but anyhow, they're both about the same size. And they come up there and there wasn't any more than, from here to the car, 30, 40 feet. And I was laying on a rock. And I fired and hit that grizzly, never knocked him down or nothing. He turned around, wheeled, and grabbed that other one and just bit and screamed and hollered. And they fought and rolled down the hill into the brush. I thought, oh man, now we got to get down in there. So anyhow, we went down in Vernon. He said, you stand guard, that other grizzly's around here somewhere. And which I did, and he started skinning him out. But when he did, her just squealing like a hog when you butcher him, or squealing, and damn, made the hair stand up here. Here come this grizzly charging down off that hill. I thought, oh, he said, fire in front of him, and bang, bang. 17 times I did that. He charged and false charge, and then he'd turn and go back up. Down he come again. Man, I was running out of shells. He said, next time, kill him. Said, we can't take no more chances. And man, here he come. Damn if he didn't turn and left.
Yeah.
But that was scary. That was scary. And if anybody ever see a grizzly, how strong they are, they say it was scary. But that was another time. That was good, exciting. That's an everyday thing up there, I guess. The people just live there and hunt. But think of it back here as something that's really exciting.
I know it makes it nice for you, like I say, when you sit here in your living room and just look around at what you've done over the years, because I guarantee you, I bet you every one of these deer in here, you can tell where it happened and when it happened and everything, you know.
I got a lot of good deer hunting. I guess the best ones when you and I was hunting down there with a bow. Remember that time a couple of deer come in there, just young deer, and they laid down in front, and I said, we got to get them out of here, and you started with your grunt call, grunting. Yeah. Blup, 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 and they go, and that deer got up and left. Well, when you did that, here come this big one out around. And I was sitting down, you was over top of me, I was sitting down between your legs up in a tree stand and with a bow, and I had to get around, and here come this deer. And I made a perfect shot. I remember that, dropped him.
Yeah, you shot him in the neck. You said that, and you said that's where you was aiming, but you wasn't.
That was one of the.
But the one down in West Virginia in the snow was one of my favorites.
Oh yeah. When that gun froze up, we was down there and there was heavy snow on the ground, cold, and we was up in that one hollow, sitting right below the top, and it was evening, just prime time. And here come this buck up through there, and we was watching him, nice 8-point, and he kept coming, and I get close, click. It went, oh man. I didn't do nothing. I just slowly opened it up. He kept coming. He's right over here, and I got it closed. Bang! Landed up through the snow and down through there, and you got it perfect on camera. Slid down. That was another time you and I had a good time.
I remember one time back here when you called me up and said, well, I called you up, matter of fact, and said, Don, you want to go turkey hunting tomorrow's the last day? And you said, no, not really. He said, there's 2 behind the house, but you can't do nothing with them. I said, well, let's give it a try. And that turned out to be a pretty good hunt, too, didn't it?
Oh, my, yeah, it was beautiful. I guess that's that one mounted there. I'm not sure.
No, that's the one you shot flying.
Yeah.
That time.
Yeah.
But what did you say when it come up there, when it was going around the decoy? Do you remember what you said? Well, as soon as it knocked the decoy over, you said you couldn't take it any longer. That's when you shot it then.
Yeah. Oh, we had some good hunts, damn good hunts.
Well, like I say, most of the time you had to buy the food for me because I didn't have a real good job in. But you said, we're going to have to soon kill something because if we don't, you're going to run out of money, right?
Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah, we had some good times.
Oh,
A lot of good hunting and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate Don sharing all your stories with us today and stuff. And like I say, looking around the room here, and it's a.
Well, I'm glad the Antietam Cable guys come up, and I really thank them. When you get at my age, you don't know what the hell is going on one day and next for me. And my time's running out. To me, everything gets worse now as you get older. And everybody says, oh, you look good. You look like you're in your 60s, 70s. Yeah, but I feel like I'm 107 anymore. But other than that,
Don, I don't want to hear no more about that there because I tell you what, it was like 8-10 years ago when you were standing out there. I said, Don, how you feel? You said, well, I don't feel too good. Said Kirby, death was near last night, you said. I think you got plenty of years left, buddy.
I hope so. I'll try to make the 90.
The 90? Is that all?
We'll see.
I hope you enjoyed this week's show. Remember, exercise your freedom to hunt and your right to own and bear arms. And from Team Legend Outdoors, we thank all those who serve, past, present, and future. Now I'm going to get back to turkey hunting. I got to get me a turkey. Well, it's October 31st. I'm going after me a Halloween buck. 2 years ago, I killed a pretty nice buck in this stand, but I ain't been having too much luck seeing any bucks this year around here. But maybe today it might happen, you never know. So I'm gonna let her settle down here and see if I can get me a Halloween buck. Now this is the first time that I had my archery stick out this year. So let's just hope it's good luck. Good luck? I mean good luck? Pretty hard to talk for these teeth I just got. Dennis did a good job. I really like them real well. So we're going to sit back here and see if I can get me one of them pumpkin bucks. Here we go.